really good win, team win, dominant in a lot of areas against a really good football team. That's a quality team we beat today, and did it in a fashion that I'm just, hats off to our staff, our players, the hard work they put in. I could not be more proud of this group. I told them last night in the hotel, this is a really special group, because there were 46 guys on this road trip out of 80 that were here playing the bowl game a year ago, and there were 34 that were not here, and then a blended coaching staff, if you will. About half these guys coached last year at Tulane, and half of them weren't here. So to see a group come together that really, from a lot of different places, and some of them were here, just proud of the way this team has come together and the effort they've given each and every week. And good to get a win. Good to get a half of a bye next week, and hopefully get some guys healed up. We're a little bit beat up. Today was a physical game, but glad to get 9-2 and be in the conference championship game now. So with that, I'll open up.
You mentioned just how happy you were with the way your team put themselves today. Just what's it say about the mentality of this group, considering you get back in the top 25, people sort of looking at you. It is a tough place to go and a tricky to play against.
Yeah.
Mentally, does that tell you a lot about where your team is right now?
Yeah, I like the focus of this group. I told them after the ranking on Monday, I said, nobody cares. Like, that's temporary, because you're gonna be a different ranking this week. There'll be a different one the week after that, a different one the week after. If you get caught up in like the comfort or complacency of where you got ranked, you're gonna get exposed. And this was a tremendous challenge coming on the road against this type of offense. And then defensively, they're very unique. And so everybody hears me say, don't eat the cheese and rat poison, all that stuff. Just don't buy into the hype. Like, you're as good as your last performance, and you get every 7 days to get promoted or exposed in our game. Football is a very humbling game, and if you're not focused, you'll get knocked off. So credit to our guys and our coaches for being really locked in and detailed with the preparation.
You looked like in the third quarter, you were starting to have some success throwing the ball, but you really leaned on Makhi in that drive. Tell me just your thought process on the offense you ran and being able to chew up, not only score, but chew up the amount of time.
Yes. Well, you're up 14-0 and you come out of the half, we're getting the ball. I was really worried they're going to try to hit a surprise onside right there to try to get the ball back, to be honest with you. And then to eat up almost 9 minutes, go score a touchdown, just kind of really, I don't want to say put the game on ice yet, but it kind of dictated that we were going to finish the game the right way. That was a great start of the second half by our offense for sure.
Darian, his legs today, what stood out to you this year? How he's growing?
Yeah, that's, it's really probably been the area I've challenged him to grow the most. He's got great pocket awareness and anticipation, throws the ball with anticipation, like at an elite level in regards to seeing windows come open. I kid around with him in the locker room. I said, he almost looked like Michael Vick running the ball today. That's not been his MO. He's a better runner than he probably even realizes. I still got to work with him on ball security. He leaves the ball out there a little bit longer than I like. Sometimes he carries it like a loaf of bread. But to score with his feet, man, just really, he's growing. He is growing right before our eyes. I mean, it's like he's just scratching the surface of what he can become, I think. Yeah.
Speak to his performance a little bit and what makes him such a special.
Well, his physicality, his toughness, his dependability are all off the charts. I mean, he's such a steady person and player. He brings it every day. I tell people all the time, I never have to go to practice and wonder, I wonder how Makhi's going to practice today. He's the same guy every day. He's a model of consistency. He's a great team guy. He doesn't really like the attention. Like, if you get him to say more than 5 or 6 words and you've done something, he's just a very humble young man and plays the game the right way as a great teammate.
The way your defense has played for a few weeks now.
Yeah. Well, it took us a while to get going. The first 3 games of the year, we couldn't stop anybody. I mean, we had 4 returning starters, or 3, depending on how you counted it. We lost 5 starters in the transfer portal from last year's team that were gone. And so there was so much to replace, and trying to get everybody on the same page, and the cohesiveness part of everybody just understanding their job, who they're communicating with. And then our defensive staff. I mean, Greg Gasparotto, I'm a defensive minded head coach. That's my upbringing. And man, I walk in that room and tell them 2 or 3 things and I try to get out of their way, because I've got a real good chance of screwing them up. And so I direct some things, but man, they are unbelievable. Gas and that group, that group and that defensive staff room is as good as there is, and I could not be more grateful for them and our players buying into what they're asking of them each week.
At the end of the first half, you're up 14-0. You chose not to try to go for it. The way the flow of the game, you feel
Well,
pretty good about.
I was pissed off that we threw the ball. We got it to 2nd and 4, and we throw the ball. I wasn't gonna do something dumb.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like I was mad,
Mhm.
and we probably could have milked the clock at 20 whatever seconds gone for on 4th and 9, but we should have been. We were 2nd and 4, and we get sacked, and it's like that's bad football.
Mhm.
And I was really not. I was pissed just because we had a chance to maybe go get another score there, and we didn't quite execute at the end of the half the right way. That's on me. I mean, I didn't handle it right with our offensive staff.
And I know the teams are different, but you shut out Army last year at Troy. What is the key? That's 8 quarters, so no points allowed to two base teams.
Leverage the ball. Everybody's got a job to do. Do your job. I tell them all the time, do your job and be late to somebody else's. So make sure your job's done all the way before you go to somebody else's job. But really, and then tackling, they're going to get players in space. They had one shot player they could have connected. They got bias on one.
Right.
We gave up an opportunity. They missed. They did not connect. But it's a challenge. It's what it is every player's challenged on every play. Nobody gets to play off, and so they force you to be really disciplined and detailed. And credit to our guys for doing that.
On the penalty on the punt that got the first down, players were
That-
saying they thought they had a false start. What was your opinion on it?
Their guy moved first. That was you want the ruling, that's the ruling. Watch on the iPad, they moved first. So I mean they moved and then we reacted to their movement. But I actually think 2 guys might have moved. I didn't get a chance to watch it close enough. I think their tackle and guard moved. I know the tackle did.
Bill Forsythe wasn't doing a whole lot when he was in, but how much did the game plan, how much did it change when
Not a lot. The thing about them, they run 3-back option with him. They run wing T with him. They run some shotgun stuff with him. They'll do some midline and read your interior alignment. With him, the package is just so expansive. It's a lot of football to defend. When he goes out, I don't want to say it's simpler, but the other guy just didn't quite do as much of the package. They kind of kept it a little bit simpler and a little bit cleaner in regards to the volume of offense. When he's in the game, man, they do so much on offense that like you can't sleep at night. I don't know if our defensive staff slept all week. I mean, it's a ton of offense.
just what does it mean? Third straight year, your first year here, but third straight year the program's in the championship.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. What a testament to our administration for being committed to football. Because if you'd have said probably 20 years ago Tulane was going to be in 3 straight conference championship games, somebody would have looked at you like you're funny. And so now, such a testament to our administration, our fan base, our alumni, like everybody around Tulane has decided we want to be good at football, and we can be as good as we want to be. Like we can go as far as we want to go with this. And so it's exciting to watch, and I'm proud of the young men. I'm most proud of the guys that stayed. Alex Bauman, Makhi Hughes, Josh Rimitich, Pat Jenkins, Tyler Grubbs, Slim Despaney, Eric Hicks. List goes on, but a lot of guys stayed when it would have been real easy to leave. And I'm so proud of those guys for finding a way to stick together and keep this program together and help us get back to this point.
And I guess you'll take one opening kickoff out of bounds for the second straight week. You might change.
Yeah, well, the plan was to alternate Head and Durkin all game. After that one hit, we just said we're going to go with Durkin the whole time, and obviously he kicked all the extra points. He's doing a really nice job. I'm glad to have him back.
Tulane hadn't shut out Navy since 1950. What's different about this team compared to prior Tulane teams?
Well, I hadn't been here since 1950, so I don't know. But I mean, it's hard. It's a challenge. Shutting that offense out is really challenging. They've run 3-back option stuff for a long time, really good, and you can play great and give up 14 points against them. And so to get 0 is really impressive. But I can't answer back to 1950. I haven't been alive that long.
Early, they missed a 4th down opportunity and kind of stripped the ball at the last second. What happened? I couldn't tell when the ball came out on that completion. Though.
Yeah, it was as he was going to the ground. You got to survive the ground for it to be a catch. And it was as he was going to the ground. I didn't think it was a fumble live. Then on the replay, I could tell the ball was moving as he was hitting the ground. the way the rule is, you have to survive the ground.
All right, guys.
All right. Thank y'all. Appreciate you.
All right. All right, Guy Hughes, questions?
Your touchdown run at the start of the second half, you got hit behind that. It's just talk about making up for that. I'm making sure that was
Yeah, I just had to use my full strength to get in that end zone. But Navy defense though, they got a good red zone defense. But they didn't stop me. I had to get in the end zone.
the way your defense was playing. Did you guys go out and you scored on that opening drive just to start the second half? It was pretty much control.
Yeah, the defense played lights out. It happens. It had the offense happens up too. We were ready for it. We just had to put on the score, and we did. So we're ready.
What does it mean to you? Third straight year the team's been to the conference championship game. Your second straight year.
It's-
Where haven't lost in your time in regular season no conference since you've been playing.
Yeah, it's a blessing. Have been the third conference championship. I'm proud of these guys, man. Worked so hard through the spring all the way to fall camp. Now we here. We just get ready. We got it bye week. Now we gotta get ready for Memphis and get ready for conference championship.
The atmosphere, full house for a while today. Just how fun is it being pretty much silence the crowd right off the bat?
No, it was pretty fun. I love the fan base. They were very loud, man. Can't really hear the play call for real, but it was a great atmosphere, man. I really enjoyed it.
What happened on the play you came out of the game?
Was that
Play you got a little injured.
just shoulder. But I'll be all right. Shoulder.
Thank you.
Oh.
All right, 10, Darian Mensah.
John Sumrall was sitting called you down, but Michael Pickens. That one play, it was open. It took a while before you decided to take off. What did you see on the program?
Just seen the seat wide open. And they've been on me all year about using my legs because they know I can run. And I just haven't been as confident, just to go out and use my legs and finally, use what I've been blessed with is, it's not a better feeling, so.
In a game of this magnitude, how could it feel when you come on the road in the sellout crowd and win 35-0?
Yes, again, there's no better feeling like to be the God and lead your boys to victory. I've wanted this since I was a little kid. And so just all I can do is thank God. And I feel like them boys up front have been dominating all year. And so give them a lot of credit, as to why we've been playing so well offensively.
You were pretty upset at yourself when you missed that first shot to the opening. How much was the wind a factor?
It was a factor for sure today. That time I was with the wind. So yeah. And then the second one, we were going into the wind. So it was a factor for sure. And I've got to work it a little bit more as far as like cutting across it and just throwing into it. But the run game's always there. It's been there all year for us. And I'm just super proud of the way we competed today.
Early on, Navy was doing a good job slowing down there. And you guys feel like always just a matter of time.
Right, exactly. We're just so dominant. We move people from the line of scrimmage, and that a lot of teams can't take it physically. And credit to our strength staff, Coach Witt. He does a great job with us. And so when we get to the third and fourth quarter, we're still ready to go.
You almost had the second rushing touchdown. Was that the play or was that time?
That was me. I was all mad. I thought I was in, to be honest, and I had everybody on the sideline calling me slow because I didn't get in. But no, yeah, like again, just seeing it fast and making quick decisions is what I've been coached to do all year, and so that was huge for us this game.
Was your touchdown dance a little stomp, a planned dance for when you got your first career rushing?
No, it's not really a dance. I just get hyped up and just saying let's go. But yeah, just the competitor in me comes out, and I do it almost every time we score or something like that. So
your defense is almost held back to back shutouts. Except for one play last week.
Right.
How much easier does that make you guys?
I mean, dude, Coach Gass does a great job with those dudes all week. And he's a really good DC. So again, just super proud of the way we competed today. Offensively, defensively, we played a complete game, and Coach Sumrall has been wanting that out of us, since South Florida. So good. I think it was a great day overall for sure.
Talk about the running game. What makes Makhi such a special running back and makes him so difficult to stop?
I mean, first of all, the boys up front for sure, and then just his balance is unmatched. Like I've never seen anybody like. I think it was the first touchdown he had. He bounced off two people. We were stopped in the backfield, and he still goes and scores. Like to have somebody that can go and do that is just makes my job so much easier. You know what I'm saying?
Did you throw paper back there when you guys were Rochambeau?
I threw scissors. I don't know what came. I thought he was gonna go paper, but I mean it was tough. Yeah, yeah. I usually do go scissors, so yeah, that's my pick. He got me right there.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Oh, we got 15, Sam Howard. Questions?
Was the first conference shutout since 1960.
Really?
You guys came really close last week. How much does it mean you guys would get that shutout?
Man, first off, all glory to God, man. But we took it personal. Like coming to this game, we knew like all odds were against us. We knew like we were the only ones that believed in us, and so we took that personal, man. Everybody honed in on their job, and everybody executed their job, and we just we finished well. So
You now have 5 fumble recoveries this season.
Leading the country.
What is it about you? You seem to have a nervous for the ball.
I don't know. I guess it's just God. I guess I mean, put me in the right spot, and plays just come your way. When you run to the ball, I guess plays just come your way, man. So
They weren't doing a whole lot with their starting quarterback, but how was it easier? Because some also they have less of a package when their backup is in. Did that make it easier for you guys the rest of the way?
for sure, we knew 11 was a great player. We knew he was the heartbeat of their offense, and we knew if he wasn't in the game, like they would have a difficult time. 5 is a great player too, but we know he's young, and I think 11 had a more feel for the offense. But so we kind of made them one dimensional when 5 came in, and like we just executed.
How comfortable are you with that? The key to that playing that system is to do your job on every snap. It seemed like everybody was doing their job on every snap.
Man, shout out to our scout team, man. All week they played it. I think personally they might have.
Hard.
Yeah, I think they might have played harder than them. Honestly, like our scout team back in New Orleans, man. Like Gabe Forson, man, freaking Dagan Bruno, like those guys, like it was the greatest look that we could have ever had. Like we played the game before we came here, like so everybody knew their job, and it just came down to just playing the game.
This what you came to Tulane for? Or you guys just punch the spot enough? Is this what you envisioned when you transferred?
Absolutely. I knew talking to Coach Polk, I knew talking to Coach Sumrall that I was coming to something special. So just honing in on that in the summer, like trying to build that culture, build that camaraderie in this team. We really have something special, man, and we just reaping the benefits of that right now. So just hey, job's not finished.
After you got hurt in Charlotte, carted off the field, did you expect that 2 weeks later you could have another multi-takeaway game after you had one earlier this season a few weeks ago?
I wouldn't say the multi-takeaway, but I definitely wanted to be back. I wanted to be back for Temple, but it was the process wasn't going the way I wanted to, so I kind of got held out that game. But I knew like I was gonna, if I had to give up a leg out here, like I was gonna come out here and play. Look, shout out to our AT staff, John Milley and his staff. Shout out to Coach Witt, get me ready. My teammates support me throughout the process, man. Just I'm blessed to be here, man. Blessed to reap these benefits that we're reaping right now, man.
How much of an effect does Coach Witt have on a game like this? That's a really tough game.
Just that toughness. He has us in the weight room, like honing in on the small details every single day. Like take your hat off in meetings, take your hoods off, be 10 minutes early, call out numbers while we're lifting. Like we're doing speed lifts, you have the tendo, call out the number, make sure you have a spotter. Like just the small details. We hone in on those things. And in this game, you had to hone in on the details. So it's just you do it every day, it happens easily, it happens naturally. So.